All right, we live out.
Okay. Hey, Shalom. Once again, we back with another lesson. And first and foremost, we want to give all praise and infinite honor unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Yahweh. We want to give double honor to the elders Apostle Great Millstone, and salutations and blessings to the Akim, pushing this work in truth and sincerity. And once again, like I said, man, we GMS Louisiana Saints, and we back again with another lesson. And Lord willing, it may be edifying. But as you can clearly see, the title say the appetites of men. You know, so because in this world, man, a lot of people have different appetites. Let's just go ahead and say it. And in the spiritual sense, as you can clearly see from these men on the screen, we all have similar appetites in the spirit according to this word, man. We all desire what? The will and the way of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. But we can clearly see in this world that there's people that desire something different. They desire things that is not appetizing to us, man. But they may deem as something that is substantial, that quench their thirst, so to say, man. You know, but we come in the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah to talk about how that's not the way to do things. You know, that's not the way to be. The Heavenly Father gave us an understanding, and we stick to that, man. But let's go ahead and start off with that mark.
All right, this is the Mark chapter 8. I'm going to start at 35. Okay. Mark chapter 8 and 35. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it.
That's right, man. And there's certain men that look at that and they say, how is that appeasing? How is that satisfying to lose your life on this side? How do you gain something by losing your life on this side? Well, we look at it as in the sense of just like it says in Matthew the 6th chapter, man. We storing up our treasures in heaven because we believe that we're going to gain everything, man, and we desire those things, man. You know, and as men sit on this side and they believe that we have everything that our hearts can ask for, man. We are pleased with what we have, and our bellies are full. But yet they're going to find out that they're not going to have protection in the time of trouble that's coming about, man. You can keep reading that.
Now, if I could just add real quick, scriptures tell you in Romans 8 that hope that is seen is not really hope, man. So to lose your life to gain something that you can't really see, that requires faith. And without faith, it's impossible to please him. That's another difference between the men that have that appetite for the truth and that appetite for the world. But this is verse 36. It says, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
Hey, man, like I said right there, man, what shall profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Because men, they strive to gain the love of this world. But who is the king? Who is the one that they look to go to in this world for all the things that appease them, that give them the pleasures that they desire, man? They go to the wicked Esau, man. So therefore they lose their soul in the process, man. And they don't understand that, you know. But we come to give them the understanding on what's righteous and how to please the righteous, which is the Lord, man. And we can also go into that word soul real fast.
This is Strong's G5590, which is psyche or suke. It says breath of life.
Well, go to 2. Go to 2A.
Of men, life, that in which there is life, a living being, a living soul.
Well, no, go to the part where it says the seat of the feelings, desire. You see that?
The seat of the feelings, desires, affections, aversions, our heart, soul, etc.
That's right, man. The seat of the feelings, desires. So that's what the soul is. That's what the soul contains, man. The seat of the feelings, the things that you long for, that you appetize. And we know certain men in this society, the only thing that they long for is a cute woman, a fine woman, food to be on their table, a job that give them money so they can pay their bills, so they can take care of this and take care of that. Maybe a nice ride, a home. That's their desire. That's what that's their appetite on this side, man. But see, our desires are much different, man. We want the kingdom of heaven to be established, man. You know, we want to be rulers. We want to be kings, man. We want to rule over our enemies, man, and give them instructions, orders. That's what we long for, you know.
You want that in Hebrew?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say this because what we're doing now, man, as a body of men under Yahweh Shem Shai, we're establishing our future so that our past don't come close to it, man. All right. In our past, we have been beaten down, torn apart by our enemies in this captivity, man. All right. And we're establishing and fighting. That's what the fight is all about, man. Establishing our future in the kingdom of heaven, man. I'm gonna iterate so that our past is never gonna come close to the kingdom of heaven, man. That's what the fight is all about, man. That's why we fill our bellies with the food of life, man. You know, even going in a sense, the scriptures even called the knowledge of, I believe, angel food, man. You know, but you got it out.
Go ahead, give me that.
This is soul in the Hebrew. This is Strong's H5315, the Pash, and it says the seat of emotions and passions, the seat of the appetites, the man himself, self, person, or individual, living being.
That's right, man. And you can see the man himself in his actions, man, and the things that he loved to get into and the things that he preferred. You see those things, man, and we can clearly see how this world is shaping, man. This world is shaping for a wicked man. So therefore, what is his appetites are gonna distribute? Wicked ways, man. And our appetites, because this world is not for the righteous man, but our appetites, it prefers the righteous way, man. So therefore, you're gonna clearly see the difference between the two, man. You know? And the Heavenly Father is gonna separate, he's gonna make it known. And he's gonna separate the two, and it's gonna be obvious to see. You wanna you had something? Yeah. Kaya, you had something?
Yeah, I got something. I think I'm gonna say you had something first, huh?
I just want to make a quick point because you made the statement that what this world teaches you, and it goes back to Esau, Edom. The scriptures tell you, as is the ruler, so are his officers, man. The man that's in charge of the earth is all about fulfilling your lust, fulfilling the lust of the flesh, being extremely greedy, and that trickles down into the people, man. But our heart's desire is the kingdom of heaven. Yahweh Shai is going to be the ruler in the kingdom. So what does that mean? All of the people are going to want and thirst for righteousness, man. But you got it.
That's right, man. Jay gonna prefer, if I could say, Jay gonna prefer a righteous legacy again, man. You know, wanting to be kings over their house and establishing rulership over their families, man. You know, in order, in ordinance, man. Go ahead, Kaya.
Right, come. This Ecclesiastes chapter 30 and verse 18. It says, delicates poured upon a mouth shut up are as messes of meat set up on a grave. Because most men, all right, understanding a lot of men crave the apple. When you crave a lot, you might get more than you can handle, man. All right. Especially as our desire is in us to desire the words of righteousness, man. And even with the words of righteousness, the Lord said, what? Fill not thyself with much honey, man. So in anything you desiring or lusting after, or craving after, because to desire is like a craving or a yearning for a thing. All right, whether it be a spiritual or physical. Even in the spirit, you gotta measure your lust out, man. Not your lust. You obtain a lot. Even that, you gotta banish yourself in the spirit, because you'll overdo you'll overread till you forget stuff. All right, like these are all possibilities, man. Okay, to where you just pounding yourself scriptures every day. That's why it says delicates poured upon a mouth shut. So if you, of course, you're trying to feed yourself and your mouth is closed, all right, where the food gonna go? It's gonna make a mess of yourself, man. All right, it's gonna fall on your clothes, your garment. It'll cause you to stain your garment. And if you could spiritually receive that, that's through what? Talking about the word, retaining the word, the honey. That's why I say eat is sufficient for thee. Now I want to jump real quick to Sirach. I'm gonna jump in the next chapter, 31 and 19. It says, a very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured, and he fetcheth not his wind short upon his bed. All right, so it says a very little is sufficient for a man that's well nurtured, man. You see? But that's being what? Being established and stable in the things that you receive, that you get, man. That's why I say be not dainty upon meats or greedy upon meats, man. And meats goes into philosophies and understanding, of course, that I'm speaking of right here. I ain't talking about physical actual food. I'm talking about getting understanding, man, and doctrines. All right, you got it out.
I got one real fast too.
Yeah.
You got one. I'm a wild, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to add real quick to what the brother Kayaji said, man. He went into how wanting you crave something. If you have a strong desire for something, you can crave it spiritually. And it just made me think of Genesis, how it said our forefather Jacob was a plain man. When you go into that word plain, it means wanting nothing. It means lacking nothing. If your desire shouldn't be for more than what you can handle. That's what makes you perfect. That's why Yahushua said, be perfect as your Father which is in heaven. That goes into not having lusts that are outside of what the Heavenly Father, gives you, man. You got it.
And I just want to add one point. That's the reason why the law also say that we should take in that milk, man, that sincere milk, because you don't want to go to the meats early and you can't handle that, man. Many men done bugged out trying to go to the highest order of things instead of understanding the foundation of it,
Hey, this a big buffet. The word of the Lord is a buffet, is an endless buffet. Meaning what? Like, you're not going to even be able to retain everything, man. You see, that's why he say you got an unction to know all things. We understand all things, but it's not obtaining it. And remember, we do everything that's expedient for you. All right? Do what's expedient for you, and you'll stay well nurtured. Okay? Because you're going to be within those boundaries and limitations to where you can't over exceed or under excel. I got a little more. This 20. It says sound sleep coming of moderate eating. All right, because we do everything in moderation, and moderation is a temperature. All right, it tempers you. It sets the temperature of the bar correctly, like in your house when you got the air conditioner on. Some brothers like their air conditioner at 70. I like mine set at 70, man. I don't want it at 68. That's a little too cold, and 72 it'll be a little too hot. I want it measured at 70, at moderately, all right? It says, sound sleep coming of moderate eating. He riseth early and his wits are with him. But the pain of watching and chlor and pains of the belly are with an unsatiable man. I want to get that word unsatiable. It said, and if thou hast been forced to eat, arise, go vomit, go forth, vomit, and thou shalt have rest. You see? Not over stuffing yourself, man. All right, or going over that limitation, which you know you're not supposed to go. That's whether it was physical or spiritual, man. All right, so you got to catch both wavelengths of it. Go ahead, Elder, you got it. I'm gonna get that word unsatiable.
Hey, one of you brothers go to because we're gonna jump around real quick with it. Somebody get the Wisdom of Solomon 16.
I got you. I'm done.
Well, let me see. Hold on. Yeah.
That's impossible to satisfy.
Give it to Amawad.
Okay.
Let Amawad get it.
All right. Wait,
You're gonna jump around. Read 16.
Start at 1 or 2.
Start at 1 and read down to about to 3. You're gonna jump from 3 to 12 to 13. Then we're gonna jump down to 20. We're gonna jump around real fast.
Okay. This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, starting at the top. Therefore, by the like were they punished worthily, and by the multitude of beasts tormented.
Yeah, who was basically punished worthily, man? Israel, man, by the Most High. All right, the Most High punished Israel worthily, which we deserve that, man, because we had the appetite for strange food, man. It's gonna get into it though, from the other nations and under the captivities of the nations. Our people wanted the philosophies and the doctrines and the customs of these other nations, so the Lord punished us. Go ahead.
Instead of which punishment, dealing graciously with thine own people, thou preparest for them meat of a strange taste, even quails to stir up their appetite.
Yeah. He made it look good to him. He made it smell good to him. He made those different doctrines from other nations look, I mean, totally desirable to him, man. All right, go ahead.
To the end that they, desiring food, might for the ugly sight of the beasts sent among them loathe even that, which they must needs desire. But these, suffering penury for a short space, might be made partakers of a strange taste.
Now jump to now jump to 12 and 13, and we're gonna jump again. You know, to get that, you know, to fast forward through it because it's a lot to deal with, you know.
God. Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Yahweh, which healed
word. It was thy word that healed them and nourished us up, man. Even now to these times, man. It was nothing else that did it. It was no Dr. Wu. You know, Dr. Wu come on TV at nighttime, man. It wasn't Dr. Wu that healed us, man. Or some type of pill from Esau. It was the word of the Lord that nourished us up. A righteous food, man. All right, a good, healthy meal, man. Go ahead.
And Yahweh Shah is that physician.
That's right.
Verse 13. For thou hast power of life and death, thou leadest to the gates of hell and bringest up again.
And jump to about 19 and stop at 20. We're gonna jump again.
God. 16 and 19. And at another time it burneth even in the midst of water above the power of fire, that it might destroy the fruits of an unjust land. Instead whereof thou feddest thine own people with angels' food, and didst send them from heaven bread prepared without their labor, able to content every man's delight and agreeing to every taste.
One more time, Mike.
God. Instead whereof thou feddest thine own people with angels' food.
Yeah, he gave us angels' food. So why are these other camps design the strange tastes again, man? Still, when the Lord giving us sound doctrine, angels' food, man, from the heavens sent from him without our labors, man. We ain't had to labor for it, he just gave it to us, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, like Jay coming up to the camp. How do you guys know the Lord's name? He gave it to us. How did Adam know the Lord's name? He gave it to us, man.
Right.
He didn't send them from heaven bread prepared without their labor.
The word of the Lord, that's the bread, man. That's the loaf that the Lord sent from heaven to us now in this captivity, man. Without our labors, man. We ain't go purchase that. We ain't go buy it. He just gave it to us, man. Or righteous men, worthy men. Go ahead, Doc.
Able to content every man's delight and agreeing to every taste.
Now,
we were just talking about that. Different brothers have different things they're into. Some brothers into the history, some brothers more into the laws and the prophecies. This word has everything any man can need. If you're a man of the Lord, this word has you covered. All aspects.
Yeah, jump to 24 and in there 26. That's gonna be the head buster, man.
God. For the creature that serveth thee, who art the maker, increaseth his strength against the unrighteous for their punishment, and abateth his strength for the benefit of such as put their trust in thee. Therefore, even then was it altered into all fashions, and was obedient to thy grace that nourisheth all things, according to the desire of them that had need. That thy children, O Yahweh, whom thou lovest, might know that it is not the growing of fruits that nourisheth man, but it is thy word which preserveth them that put their trust in thee.
That's a banger.
Yeah.
Banger, man.
Oh, that was a beautiful precept, bro. And
Solomon was getting down, man, on the appetites of a man.
Yeah.
What you put in you is spoken for what comes out of your mouth, man. You gotta put because your mind represents a belly too in the scriptures, man. You gotta put good wholesome herbs, grains, and those things that build you up and nourish you up and build you up in strength. All right. Then this because there's a thing called unclean food out here too, man. Filth, trash, man. And that's what these other camps get into. They get into the trash, man. They want to eat the hamburgers, the GMO meats of doctrine, man. And they okay with it. They okay with staying at a base level. Oh, I just want to know about Deuteronomy 28. If we was in slavery, we were Israelites. But they don't want to go deeper, man. They don't want steak. They don't want a lamb shank, you know what I'm saying? They don't want the things that you actually need to grow even more, go further in the word. They don't want those things, man. The different vegetables and stuff. They want to continue eating chiwis and shit, man. All right, now laters and shit. All right, that strange taste of the world, man.
I got two precepts real fast.
And you got it back. I just wanted the spirit is on me to bring that one back. I was gonna chop that one at first.
That was a fire precept.
That was fire. I got this Matthew 4:4 to back you up. It says, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. You know, so that gives you an indication right there that it's just not about eating food, but it's about consuming this word as well, man. This is the nourishment that help us continue to grow and understand wisdom and knowledge and understanding. And I also got Hebrews 13:9. It says, be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrine, just like the elder was going into, man. You know, thinking that you can only that you only have to be surface level, thinking that you only need to learn the little things. No, man, you got to get into this thing. You got to understand the will and the way of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. If you calling yourself a Israelite, it says, for it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats which have not profited them that have been occupied therein. You know, so hey man, we gotta establish ourselves in grace in this thing, man. And how do you do that? How do you show yourself as a graceful, honorable servant unto the Lord? You gotta get into this thing, man. You know. But
Hey, one of you brothers get real quick. You know, you can get your point out. Somebody get Ecclesiastes 18:27 and read down to the end, man. Because one of you brothers, who said this thing was a buffet, man? Who said that?
Oh yeah, with me.
Watch this, man. And you make your point out. Make your point. And let one of the
now I was just saying, in that point when David spoke about the angels' food, when they filled themselves or didn't exchange from their lust while the meat was in their mouth, the Lord killed them with the meat in their mouth, man. The Lord put them down. I'm gonna read it. It's this Psalm 78, and I'm gonna start at 29. It says, so they did eat and were well filled, for he gave them their own desire. Now check this out. He gave them their own desire, which is key. And desire going to what? A craving, your appetites. It says they were not estranged from their lust. But while their meat was yet in their mouths, the wrath of God came upon them and slew the fattest of them and smote down the chosen men of Israel, man. You know?
That's a good point right there. Go ahead.
Because the belly devour all meats, but it's all meats are profitable for you, which I'm gonna go into in Sirach. The belly devour all meats, but like the elder said, the belly goes into what? Your mindset, man. And what? Gobbling down these different philosophies got us in a position right now to where we gotta talk to Israel to get their mind back right. Well, it had to happen to us too. You see? That's why we're in a position of straits and difficulty right now for defiling ourselves with that meat. And if you taking it spiritual, you gonna catch it, man. Jake might just think, oh, they talking about eating. Well, I'm gonna watch what I eat. Or it's a dietary law. No, we're talking about meats that gives your own desire, that sentences you to death, that give you a debt. When you get full from it, you get full of debt, man. You see, you got it, bro.
A spiritual taking, man. You
know? Yeah. You got to Mama Wide and get what for the elder.
I just want to say that was a beautiful point, because it tells you in Colossians that the law is a shadow of things to come. And that includes everything. Even the dietary law, there's clean foods and unclean foods, but that also goes into doctrine. Like that precept in Job, you take a man tastes words as he does meats.
Yeah.
That goes in everything, man. There's a spiritual and a carnal aspect to the law. You gotta elevate this thing. You got it out.
We can clearly see how taking in strange meat have did our people. Just look at them. They in the hood. They eating whatever the hell they want. You know, if they just
fucked up
all over the place, you know. Niggas want to be basketball players. Those are all the strange meats. We was never meant to be those things. We was meant to be servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You got it out.
And that's why Peter said what he said in what it is. That's why Peter said what he said in Acts, man. When he went to meet Acts 10, man. 10, chapter 10 and chapter 11, he said, Lord, I have never ate nothing clean or unclean. What he said, nothing clean or unclean, roughly paraphrasing.
Right.
You know, let's go over people's head. You know, when they talk about meats, you know, the church think when it talks about meats, talking about, you know, the cuts of meat that's in the store. It's talking about knowledge, man. Different philosophies and everything, man. It's evident that a lot of people can't handle it, man. Okay, you got the start at 26, huh?
The Sirach chapter 18, verse 26.
25, my bad.
Verse 25. When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger, and when thou art rich, think upon poverty and need.
Keep going.
From the morning until the evening, the time is changed, and all things are soon done before Yahweh. A wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning, he will beware of offense, but a fool will not observe time. Every man of understanding knoweth wisdom, and will give praise unto him that found her. Who
is her? Wisdom, man.
Wisdom.
Go ahead. The woman called wisdom, but wisdom that you put in you. Go ahead.
They that were of understanding and sayings became also wise themselves, and poured forth exquisite parables. Give not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies that malign thee. Take not pleasure in much good cheer, neither be tied to the expense thereof. Be not made a beggar by banqueting upon borrowing, when thou hast nothing in thine purse, for thou shalt lie in wait for thine own life and be talked on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you brothers break it down, you know. I didn't want to say
like the brother said, it's like a banquet. This truth is a banquet, but when you eat too much, that's why Yahweh said what? You have to be as little children. When you come into the truth, if you want to make it to the kingdom of heaven, you have to be as a little child. A little child that needs steak, man. You can't just rush up to the buffet, because that's really the spirit of the black conscious community, trying to be the deepest nigga in the room, trying to have this book and that book, but it's not done into edification. It's done to boast yourself up as this all-knowing nigga, like one of them polite type niggas. You just want to talk over Jake's head so that Jake can give you money. That's not the spirit we're supposed to be in, man.
I got something for you. Just unless they have more on that.
That's it on that.
Just 1 Peter 2, and I'm gonna start with 1. It says, wherefore laying aside all malice and guile and hypocrisy and envies and all evil speaking, as newborn babes desiring the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. You know, so it's about understanding this thing in its fullness, man. Not like the brother said, not trying to talk over Jig head. Yeah, man, you know I know the breakdown in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. Look, if you don't know this, you know, just getting it, you know, going into Daniel's right away, my brother. You know, like there's certain things that you got to take your time with certain men when they first come in, man. You know, and as they grow, as they constantly eat, drink milk, they're able to start eating meat, man. You know.
Hey, I got something for y'all. And this going into, like you said, man, you can't eat the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils, man. All right, there's two doctrines out here, man. It's the right way and it's the wrong way. That's it. all right, and everything that is filled therein. This 1 Corinthians 10 and 25. I'm gonna read down a couple precepts. It says, whatsoever is sold in shambles, that eat, asking no question for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's and the fulfillment thereof. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, and ye be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no question for conscience sake. So is this talking about food, or is this talking about dealing with the proper things which comes in wisdom and knowledge, man? You see? Because he's not going to tell you if you get bid to any feast to just eat and ask no question for conscience sake, all right? Because you could be defiling yourself in a dietary way or the dietary law. So you got to look at this spiritual, man. It says,
shit, even in the physical, because
physical too.
Yeah, we go amongst these different people, man. Even our own people, they invite us to a party. You literally have to go there and ask, hey, what's in that pasta?
Yeah.
It's chicken pasta. Is it okay? It ain't no shrimp or none of that. Okay, cool. You gotta go. You have to do that, man. For conscience sake, you know, for your own self, man, for your own health, man.
It tell you that if any of them that believe not, that's the key point, bid you to a feast, and ye be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no question for conscience sake. But if they don't believe, then they don't eat. They don't eat lawfully. So now you got to determine what he's talking about right here. It says,
yeah, because if you don't eat with conscience sake, you'll go to the party, you'll be fucking around eating escargot.
All types of shit.
You'll be eating some shit. You're eating squid, man. You know, shark, armadillo. You know, especially down here in Louisiana, you better ask. You better be conscious of what you're doing, man.
Hey, yeah, you might be eating somebody's little cousin, man.
Hey, that too.
You know, hey, it says, but if any man say unto you, check this out, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols. This is where you're gonna make the discrepancy. Eat not for his sake that showed it, and for conscience sake. For the earth is the laws and the fulfillment thereof, man. You see? So if any man telling you, look, eat upon these doctrines and this and that, all right, and it's sacrificing to idols, you automatically know, all right, what you know either way, because you're going to do it from a conscious degree, all right? So you got to eat in what? In intelligence and understanding. That's why when you do eat, you got to know what you tasting, because it tell you in Job 6:30, cannot my tongue taste diverse things? You see? And that's really going into actual meats. Once again, this Sirach 36 and 18, it says, the belly devoureth all meats, yet is one meat better than another. And the one meat that's better than another is this truth, man. All right? It's the true doctrine and philosophy. It says, as the palate tastes diverse kinds of ventures. Let's get what this palate is. It says, the roof of a mouth of a human or animal, the part which separates the oral from the nasal cavity. Captivity. It says also a vote. It was popularly considered to be the seat of the sense of taste. Why do taste need a sense? Because if you smell something that smells good, it's not naturally, that don't make it lawful because it smells good. So you got to get in a sense of what you intaking, Jake. That's why I told, I forgot what I was telling earlier, it ain't what a man takes in, it's what's come out of him, man, that defiles him. You see? Because when you put these wayward doctrines inside you, hey, the wayward doctrines is coming out you, man. That's what's going to flow out you. Go ahead.
Hey, like these Kemet guys talk about Egypt, pharaohs all day, and they live that shit. Look at that guy Shaka Utmost. It get you so into the part where you your everyday life is playing that shit out, man. You got the unk on and shit. You got the one big brain coming out the side of your head, you know. And Jake good for that shit. When Jake get into Islam, man, Jake put the whole get up on. Jake know the phrases. Jake keep the carpet on in a portable bag so he can pray on the runway. He can pray in the middle of the street if he want to. Jake get in the whole get up with this shit, man. You know,
to go with every outfit.
Yeah, he color matching this shit. You know,
they definitely let out the things that they have eaten. You know,
yes, indeed.
That's why Paul's letters was hard to understand and the people wrestle with it. Because they got a lot of these Christians that'll take meats and even going into, I think what that's Romans 14, where it's talking about if you eat it of faith, you damned if you eat it. That whole scripture is spiritually speaking, man. You see? But hey, they think they're talking about what? Physical eating. All things is in a Thanksgiving of the Most High. If you eat it, see, you can eat pork right there, man. All right, but you're not understanding, man. They're not understanding this thing, man. That's why that's a stumbling block to our people, man. All right, and that's why any doctrine could catch Jake by the wayside and what? Toss him to and fro, man. But you want to make a point on what?
No. Okay.
Oh, all right, come.
Hey, buddy, you know it's time, right?
Yeah, we can keep going. Keep going.
I had both of those if you wanted. You had quoted Matthew 15 and also Romans 14.
All right, come, bring them out. Yeah, bring the 14 and 23 out.
Hey, y'all brought out Proverbs 23:6.
No.
Go ahead.
This is Romans 14. I'm gonna start at 20. For meat destroyed not the work of the Most High. All things indeed are pure, but it is evil for that man who eateth with offense.
Yep.
So, the Christians will take that and say, well, look, all things are pure, Then they go back to Genesis where it says you could eat anything that crawleth. They just mangle the scriptures to justify their own lust. And that's why Yahushua was a walking stumbling block, because you could easily take the word and use it to justify all manner of wickedness.
Yeah.
If you're a wicked person, man. That's why, what is it, Titus, the first chapter, it says, all things are defiled to him that is defiled and unbelieving. But this is 21. It says, it is good neither to eat flesh, nor to drink wine, nor anything whereby thy brother stumbleth or is offended or is made weak. So if you see something, a brother struggling with something, you're not supposed to push it on him, even if it's part of the doctrine or it's lawful. If it could destroy that brother's soul, you're supposed to be a better steward to the sheep, man.
Yeah.
Verse 22, hast thou faith? Have it to thyself before the Most High. Happy is he that contemneth not himself in that thing which he alloweth. And he that doubteth is damned because he eateth not of faith. For whatsoever is not of faith is sin.
Right. That's why we be careful in the things that we intake, man. All right. Because even, like you said, even the thing that you intake, man, because we all intake things. You see, we all give deliverance to the ear. We hear all things, but do we re-utter it through speech, like because we heard it and it sound good because it's well put together? No, we go off the words that are already given to us. We just reciting words. It's not like we bringing nothing new out. We're reciting the words that was already set here for our ears to hear. But we know if it's not that sound, all right, that comes from the scriptures, hey, we don't blow it out, man. All right, we don't give it out because it's what comes out you defile you, man. All right, it's not unwashed hands that matter of fact, let me get that, man. Oh, because I keep saying it.
I got it because this one keep coming out too.
You got it?
This one right here keep coming out for whatever reason too. Ecclesiastes 12:12. And further by these, my son, be admonished of making many books. There is no end. And it says, as much studying is, my bad, let me read that again. In making many books therein, there is no end. And much study is weariness of the flesh. And that's what happens too, man. You get into you just starting off in the truth, 2-3 years, 4 years or so, you jumping into the Book of Islam, you jumping into these different wayward doctrines and shit, it'll bug you out. You just starting off, you one foot in the truth and belief, and you still going, you still listen to Big Mama and going to church, sneaking going to church. That pastor gonna get you back in there, man. Because you ain't rooted enough, man. You ain't deep enough in the word to really be grounded, man. But you're not swayed by any doctrine. You get to the point where you get to the point of truth where I can read the Book of Mormons, I can read the Book of Islam and get an understanding because I'm filtering everything what the scriptures say, man. And it's good sometimes to read those books so you can know what you're up against different doctrines that come up to you on the block. It's good to know what your enemies are talking about so you can use it against them. You know.
Got a precept.
That's a
Yeah,
real.
'cause hey man, they come up to dispute the Bible, but we can actually show them. They like to say, "Oh, that's a white man's book." You ask them to prove it, they can't prove it. But when we be grounded and we can read their books, we can turn back around and say, "Hey, that Egypt shit you talking about, that Kemet shit, that was created by a white man." And niggas say, "Well, prove it." We can go into Gerald Massey. We can go into different other things about these guys' own doctrine, man. You know, but you first have to be rooted. You know, you start off jumping around, man, you're gonna get taken by these doctrines, man.
That's right.
If you ain't strong enough, man.
Doug, I'm talking through.
It's because you gotta ultimately we gotta be careful in our speech, man. You know, because our tongue, it holds a lot of power, man. You know, especially dealing in this truth, you know. So once again, what the brother Kaya was saying, it's not what goes into a man, it's what goes out, man, that give you an indication of which a man is the type of spirit.
Yeah, so yeah.
This Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. You know, so certain things ain't useful. Like the elder used to go into, man, certain people bring up, yeah, you know, Adam had a belly. I mean, the Lord had a belly button, and you know, certain people that say some outlandish things, man. I didn't read some things where they were talking about, Adam had a side woman named Delilah, like all type of foolishness, man. You know, they don't even say it in the scriptures, but certain people allow these things to be uttered, man. And I got another precept, Proverbs 18:21. It says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof," man. You know, so it'll go according to your desires, you know, your appetite, man. So if you desire life in this truth in these scriptures, we're gonna speak thereof, man. But if you desire death, we're gonna see how you coming.
Yeah. And why I say let your speech be seasoned with salt, that you may know how we ought to ought. Colossians 4:6. Let your speech be seasoned with salt, that you may know how to answer every man.
Yeah.
You see? Because when we, like you say, we give diligence to answering every man. Like we understanding what we saying, that we're being held accountable for that which is coming from us, man. So and what makes you, like you say, what makes you a lie in the sight of the people is when you uttering things that is not of the Most High. Long as you uttering that which the Most High said in the order which He said it and respects of it, you gonna be all right, man. You see?
There's certain men that desire our words. You know?
Yeah, they crave it. They crave it. So we gotta watch what we saying on the videos, and we gotta make sure we going into the scriptures and articulating them correctly.
We gotta watch what we do. We gotta watch what we do too. Our Anna's prophet. That's why it says no corrupt. Make sure no corrupt communication come out of that mouth, because it's not also about what comes out of your mouth, but it's about deed too. What you actually doing. You tell a brother how you feel one way. Hey, I love you, bro. You know you good. We good. But then your movement, the way you moving against that brother, is totally different than what you saying out of your mouth, man. Absolutely. That's corrupt communication. That's off, man. But I got a scripture right here. This is I saw the blood right here. This Hebrews 13:8. It says Yahushua HaMashiach, the same yesterday and the same today and the same forever. It says, but now carrying about with diverse and strange doctrines, for it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been obtained. My bad. Oh, I'm tripping.
That's the spirit, because I had brought that one out a little earlier.
Oh, okay. We good then. The damn screen jumped on me, man. I didn't want to go. Shit. Yeah, it's fucking screen tripping, man.
Yeah, but you gotta know what you're taking in, man. And according to our actions, according to our word, we're gonna be feeding men and the things that they take in from us is gonna possibly be their actions. It's gonna be their words, man. You know, so we gotta make sure we on point, doing what it is that we do in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know.
Yeah, man. It's about what we eating, taking in. You got that Matthew?
Go on.
Bring that Matthew out.
This is Matthew 15 and 11. This is red letters. Yahweh Shah speaking. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth the man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth the man.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it says, not with that which goes into the mouth defileth the man. Because Jacob say, oh yeah, you know, you ain't wash your hands. And hey, it's going to even say in the scriptures, unwashed hands don't keep reading, man.
Hey, because they try to say they even try to use that against us with cursing, man. They ain't got nothing to do with cursing, man.
Yeah.
So-called cursing. Curse words, man. They ain't got nothing to do with that, man.
It tell you that in James. Can out of the same mouth proceeded curses and blessings? You see? There's James probably 4 and 11 or something like that, man. Yeah. All right. I think it's like James.
They also try to use this to say you could eat pork because pork don't defile you when you eat it. That's complete madness, man.
Yeah, no, we got a dietary law to keep us from. No, that's why we got statutes, man. We got limitations in how we can go and what we can eat and do. No, you ain't getting around that. But go ahead, Salakia.
Okay, I'm gonna jump down to the point. This verse 20.
No. Read all that because I won't get the drought. You won't get the drought. That's Jeremy calling.
This verse 12. Then came his disciples and said unto him, knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard this saying? But he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father had not planted shall be rooted up. Let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind. And if
that ain't the one,
blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
Hold on. I won't get the one with drought. The word drought.
You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going.
Okay. My bad.
And then answered Peter and said unto him, declare unto us this parable. And Yahweh said, are ye also yet without understanding? Do not ye understand that whatsoever entereth and at the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out into the drought?
So he's speaking spiritually too and physically, because in this part when he speak about the drought, get that word drought and let's see what he's saying that's coming out. All right, go ahead.
The Strong's G856, ephedron, a place of sitting apart that is private, a place where human waste discharges are dumped.
Okay. So now he's talking a seat or a toilet. Okay. So he's speaking out there the physical things that do come to you. But remember, this is a parable. So he's speaking it physically and spiritually. It's twofold. Go ahead.
But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man.
Because your belly is your heart too. So he's saying what? That which coming out is the same. So that which proceeded out of the mouth coming from the heart. And that defile a man.
Get heart for Jake. Because Jake thinks it's a heart that's pumping blood in the middle of their chest. Let's get heart to show Jake what it's actually talking about, man.
Yeah, heart is in the Hebrew is la'ab, which is your mind.
That's right.
But it says, for out of the heart, out of the mind, proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies.
Right, that's appetites. That's appetites, man. You see, that's cravings of men. All right, yes. Which cravings goes into yearning for lusts. Then you yearn for your lust. That's why he say you're defiled. Is once your lust enter inside you, then it bring forth death. It's your lust that enticed you. So when you want to murder a man, now you can't say, oh, it was the Lord. No, it was your lust that enticed you to do these things, man.
Yeah, because the same thing happened with who that was, Peter or Paul, when the men said we're not gonna even eat until we kill him, man. Yeah, that's a strong lust, man. That's a strong desire to do something, man.
They wanted that bad.
Yeah, they wanted that bad, man.
Yeah, they made a pact with the Lord. Keep going, Amawad. This the point.
These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defile not a man.
See? So even when you're talking about, he covered the physical and the spiritual. But you got to get the parable. The most important part is that which come out of you defile you from the heart. And your heart is where the man heart at. That way his treasure will be also. Meaning the things he's stored up inside himself, man.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it right here. This
you see?
This is right here. Real quick.
That's why Yahushua said, when you lust another man's wife, you already committed adultery, man.
You did it already.
That's your appetite. That's your lust.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is oh man. This is I'm gonna start up above. This is John 7:37. In the last day, that great day of the feast of Yahushua stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. Yahushua said this, he that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living waters. That's why he said what he said, man. Meaning, you know, let me see, I gotta get belly right there, man.
Yeah, there's like you said, there's a good this Job 6:6. It says, can that which is unsavory be eaten without salt? Or is there any taste in the white of an egg? This question marks there. The things that my soul refused to touch are as my sorrowful meat. So is Job talking about food right here? Can food touch your soul? Literally? You see? The things that my soul refused to touch are as sorrowful meats, man. All right.
The things that can touch your soul is wisdom, knowledge, understanding, because it can actually alter your life.
Appetite.
Man.
Yep.
It alters your life to where you start to live it, man. Just like us. We was once living rough, raw, and rugged. We was out here just doing any manner of thing. But when we heard the word, what happened? What happened to our soul? Our lightness, the thing that actually we take pride in. The truth altered our lives to where we start living with a dietary law. We start thinking different. We start doing different, man. All right. Food doesn't do that. All food does is just nourish you, man. It builds you up. It builds up the body, nourishing you. But when it comes to the appetite of wisdom and knowledge, man, it does a whole different thing to the body, man. You know?
Precept.
Yeah.
But you got some. I know you said
you get mine. I've been getting them through. I got something after y'all. I'm after y'all, bro. Go ahead. I'm holding down something.
I think you said you had one.
I'm trying to see what this is real fast. Let me see.
All right. This Ecclesiastes, this is Sirach 18:30. It says, "Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites, man." So that it said right there in the scriptures, man.
Ooh, hey, please, somebody please get John 7:38. Please get belly. Please get it. Please get it. Please. Just get it. Hey, you the man with the computer, my man. Get it. You gotta get it, brother. Oh
John
man.
7 and what?
Read John 7:38 over and then get the word belly, man. Oh man.
All right, this is St. John chapter 7, verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. And this word belly here is Strong's G2836.
It's at the end too. The point is at the end. Don't worry about what Esau put up here. It's the end. It's the end game. But go ahead.
Koilia, it says the innermost part of a man, the soul, the heart, as the seat of thought, feeling, or choice.
Seed of thought, feeling, a choice. Them seed of appetites.
Out of his soul.
Yeah, out of his soul, his desires, man.
Yeah.
The thing is he's connected to. We want Ariana. You still got one?
That kind of tie into the point that I was gonna make as well, because when you refrain from lust and you get that one more time, it says when you go not after your lust and you refrain from thy appetites, that's the Lord letting you know, man, don't walk into the way of the wicked, man. You know, and that's one thing that we do. That's one thing we continue to do as much as we can, man, is to not walk into the way of the wicked, but constantly allowing those rivers of living water to flow within us, man. You know, not walking after the lust thereof, or the appetite of certain things that we may see on the television or what they're showing out here in the world, man.
Perfect. This perfect going to precept, because like you said, those things that the appetite of the men who are You want to say what? Oh, it's wantonness, meaning because appetite goes into wantonness, which is undisciplined, meaning you undisciplined behind those things which is not profitable to yourself. That's why I say the precept you just read in Sirach 18, it said, don't be giving your appetites over. I kind of paraphrase it to what you just read, Ariya. All right.
Your lust, but refrain that from thy appetite.
So what have done these people who have been had an appetite to get rich? They have pierced themselves through with many sorrows. All right, because their appetite have backfired on them. Now they're trying to find ways to escape through drugs, you know, different avenues or methods to try to get out the part that they heart had lust for. And once the Lord gave them their heart's desire, what it did, it killed them. You see, so your desire can kill you. You see, this Proverbs 23:1, it says, when thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee, and put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetites. So the Lord said you might as well commit suicide. He'll put a knife to your throat if you be given to appetites. Meaning what, man? Not being disciplined in the things that you desire and want. See, we discipline to get the kingdom. Because the kingdom, we going to have everything. So what we'll do is sacrifice on this side. We'll sacrifice our appetite on this side so we can live our soul's desires in the kingdom of heaven, if that makes sense. You see?
And we definitely.
It says, last one.
Oh,
go ahead, my bad. Salah, speak. Go ahead, speak.
We definitely going to see people appetites and the ways that they rocking when them chips come out, man. You know, we're gonna know if men desire those things or we're gonna know if they don't, man.
Yeah. Hey, that's a time of a trial. That's a trial of a man. All right, to what? Bring forth his reasoning. What he reasoned upon, man. You see? Those things, if he reasoned upon his appetites or he reasoned upon immortality, man. All right, and the day coming, that's gonna stand before us. That's gonna be the trial and error of man. All right, and that goes before us first. So the appetites of this video goes out into us men first, and then to your men who diligently listen. But it says, be not desirous of his dainties. All right, because there's no seeking of dainties in the grave when you go into Sirach 14. Right. There's no seeking of dainties. I mean, dainties when you're in the grave. So a lot of these people who have been rich, now they're in the grave. They're in a pit. So those things that once satisfied their desires and their lust, it don't no more. You see? They don't want it no more because they saw what came with it. For they are deceitful meats. You see? For they are deceitful meats. Y'all got to do it.
Hey,
you see?
Let me see something.
Let me get this deceitful meats right here. Let's see what it say. Right? Proverbs 23 and okay. And 4. It says, yep, cease from thy own wisdom. I'm gonna get this word deceitful meats if y'all brothers ain't got nothing. Because that's the point of the matter, man.
The brother Kabar had a good one. Sirach 20.
It was the same when Kabar posted, but I was gonna start at 4 and then read on down to 6. We can end on that.
Hey, go ahead. You got it.
Okay, come on. This Sirach chapter 23, starting at verse 4. And this is a prayer to the Lord. O Yahweh, Father and power of my life, give me not a proud look, but turn away from thy servants always a haughty mind. Turn away from me vain hopes and concupiscences, and thou shalt hold him up that is desirous always to serve thee. Let not the greediness of the belly, nor the lust of the flesh take hold of me, and give me not over, and give not over me thy servant into an impudent mind. Goes into being a reprobate, man. The Lord could give you over to your own desires. And ultimately, when you go into the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, we're all men, we're all in the flesh, but we walk in the spirit. The Lord has been saying for the past few days, the Lord could give you this dream woman that'll take you out the truth. He's actually doing you a favor by not giving you over to your desires, because you wouldn't serve the Lord if you had everything you wanted, man. Like
I got some. Oh, you want to say something, y'all?
Yeah, the man itself. Hey, look at this word appetite to this fella. This just a little real quick. It's just an inside thing right here. This is the word appetite right here. Check this out. Right?
Strong's H 5315. Nefesh. Nefesh.
Nefesh. This appetite, Elder.
That's
Elder,
so.
this is appetite. You heard it?
What it was?
This is the inside thing. I'm about to
Okay.
play it.
Strong's H 5315. Nefesh. Nefesh.
You don't remember Strong H
Yeah,
5350?
Yeah,
This is for appetite. This is for the word appetite.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna get down to the point. The man himself, the person, the individual, the seat of appetites, the seat of emotions and passions, the activity of the mind, or the activity of the character.
Yeah, which we didn't want to bring it out, but it came
We
out.
good. You good. It's just the appetites, huh?
Which
Just the appetites. That's it.
Yeah, which goes into a man's soul, man. You know, we went to earlier. What goes into a man's soul, and then and the soul is the intermission between the spirit, all right, and the flesh, man. That's where the soul it lies in the middle, you know.
Hey, it's on point. Y'all got something?
Hey, that's why.
That's good.
why,
That's to the point.
I know this brother. Well, all you brothers kind of old school. That's why Prodigy said what they said on that album. They said Illuminati got my mind, soul, and my body, man. And they have full control of everything, man. Thoughts, your being, everything, man. All right.
Huh?
And that's what these
That
different
activity
wayward
will.
doctrines do, man. It has a full control of you, man.
Hmm?
What you about to say?
It said the activity of your will.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah, man.
Got a precept
make
real.
it up, bro. I just brought it up because appetite means the same as that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the most I wanted to come out, man. You know what I'm saying? We can say what we want to say. We can do what we think we want to do, but the most high, man.
Yeah.
But it's on y'all brothers, man.
Got a precept.
That's it, bro. Point. I mean, you know, I made. I've been
Yeah,
point
we,
made with you.
we beat the shit out the horse, man. It's point
Yeah.
made, man.
Got one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just going into the prayer that the brother was bringing out, that the brother Cabal was bringing out, man. Galatians 5:16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall never fulfill the lust of the flesh. You know, so that's how we coming, man. You know, so when you see us, you see our desires, man. It's towards your how about Shimmy our shot, and that's all it's gonna be, man. Lord willing, to stay that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Huh?
You know,
Yeah.
and everybody got nothing else.
Yeah,
I don't got nothing else out.
All right. But with that, man, Lord willing, man, brothers was edified. First and foremost, we want to give all praise and infinite honor unto Yahweh. Double honor to the elders, apostle, great millstone, and safeties and blessings to the audience, pushing this work in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.